Welcome, Earthlings! From the minds of Dylan Oltoft and Rob McNabb, we bring you Laughing on a Prayer!
You're a podcaster, Harry.
I'm a what?
A podcaster. Like a thumping good night podcaster. Once we get a little bit of microphone in you.
But I can't be a podcaster. I've got a life.
Oh, yes, you can, Harry. But you'll have to play your cards right. Hello, listeners. Oh, Jesus Christ. Less than 30 seconds in.
We've already got child sodomy.
Yeah. Wait, is it sodomy? If it's... Anyway, leave that question up to the Catholic Church. Welcome.
Or the courts.
Well, we're about to do a whole video about witches and wizards, so I doubt we're going to have the Catholic views anyway. Would you believe they actually was pissed off that so many kids got into what we're about to talk about?
What, Hogwarts?
Oh, I was giving it away. Welcome, listeners. It is the Harry Plopper episode.
Harry Blapper.
Matt
Damon.
I am Dylan Oltoft.
I'm Rob McNabb.
And we are here with Laughing on a Prayer with the Harry Potter episode. We've teased this one for a while, haven't we?
I think we have. I like a good tease every now and then.
We've been flicking this clip non-stop.
Oh, yeah.
Now
and we managed to find it, finally.
Yeah, that took a bit of spelunking.
And direction. And time.
And imagination. Welcome. So we are, of course, going to be whittling on about all of our extensive knowledge of Harry Potter.
Oh,
Rob,
yeah.
have you ever read the books?
I've listened to the books.
Oh, the Audible. The
Yes,
audio.
read by Stephen Fry.
Oh,
The man himself.
that must have been like creamy caramel in your ears.
It actually was.
Poor choice of words, given his preference.
I mean, either way, mate. Stephen Fry.
Stephen will make you cry.
Stephen Fry anywhere, mate. Is fucking solid.
He is. He's melt shit. So,
Yeah, exactly. And QI, mate. Like, Stephen Fry, he is a national treasure, truly.
Fun
Truly.
fact, all of the bullshit I point out as fun facts, given the grotesques, the ninjas with cats for eyes, all come from me religiously watching QI growing up.
Is that actually it?
Was Stephen Fry in Harry Potter? No.
What do you mean? Yeah, he was. He, hosted it for fucking years.
No, in Harry Potter.
Oh. No, he just read the books.
Yeah, fair enough. It was weird how he was in the Hobbit films, though. He was the leader of that shitty little village, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Anyway, that's nothing. We'll do
We'll do Lord of the Rings. We'll do Tolkien another time.
That will be an episode. In the meantime, we are going to wax... I have read the books, I have watched the films, and sadly read...
You read the book?
Yes.
I didn't know you could read.
Well, and Braille...
Oh, right.
Car...
You felt the books.
Yes.
No, that sounds worse.
You must learn to feel the words.
Which character is that exactly?
I'll only say it if he gives us a shout out.
Alright.
We're obviously going to start with our questions and all that sort of thing. If any of you have any questions for us, post them down below, Harry Potter related. But quickly, I want to start off with the first question. Rob, what house are you in? Sorting hat's plopped on your head. What's he going to yell out other than cunt? Would you love it if the sorting hat, sorry to interrupt, if the sorting hat was put on your head in front of everyone in the hall and he just yelled out, Virgin!
Well, I'll tell you one thing I wouldn't be, and that would be surprise. Okay, so let's think of the house. I'm going to be honest, mate. It's probably going to be Slytherin.
Oh.
All right.
You're going to be a dark wizard.
Well, no. I think it's more to do with the fact that I'm just not in all honesty, not the greatest guy in the world. I'm not like Gryffindor where they're really brave and shit. I'm not like Ravenclaw where they're really smart. I'm not like Hufflepuff. Well, no shit, I am like Hufflepuff because I'm irrelevant.
Yeah, but you're not a pussy.
Yeah. So I'm more like sort of sneaky.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Hufflepuff, I picture as like fucking...
They're like the house equivalent of can't we all just get along?
They're vegans.
Yeah. Except
Hufflepuff are...
they're not like vegans because vegans actually stand for something.
Granted, with considerable effort.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. It's either Slytherin
I hope Christy's
or
not listening.
It's either Slytherin or Hufflepuff. One because
Those are two opposite sides of the spectrum.
yeah, but because on one side I'm a bit of a dick, and the other side I'm completely irrelevant.
You say irrelevance, I think you mean lazy. So obviously Hufflepuff are all the underachievers
I'm gonna be
and
honest.
all
I don't
that.
even know what Hufflepuff do. Because like Ravenclaw's smart, Gryffindor's brave, Slytherin's sneaky. What is Hufflepuff?
Heart.
Is that heart?
I guess they're heart.
All right. Well, my heart's. I don't know how good my heart is, so it's probably a Slytherin.
I can't remember what their... I should remember this. I can't remember what their little item was. Obviously, Gryffindor have a sword, Slytherin have a snake, Ravenclaw have that little locket. Can't remember what Hufflepuff have. All I'm thinking is like a rabbit or something.
What, like an animal rabbit or like an Anne Summers rabbit?
To shove in the massive pussies that they are.
I mean, what, are you talking about the Anne Summers rabbit or the real rabbit? Because one of those is illegal.
But no, sorry, you got to pick one or the other. So you're going to be Slytherin, you're going to be a dark wizard.
I'm going to be Slitherpuff.
Oh god, that sounds like the worst porn name in the world.
Yeah.
Slitherpuff.
Slitherpuff.
Oh my god, that sounds awful. Gryffindor. No, that sounds kind of cool.
Gryffindor sounds kind of cool. Ravendor. No, that's a shit.
Sliverdor.
Slitherdoor.
No, that almost sounds like a name.
Slitherclaw. Ravenin. Probably Slytherin. It's not going to be one of the heroic houses.
Clawpuff.
Clawpuff.
Just adding puff on the end of anything really sort of makes it worthless.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I mean, Huffleclaw. That can almost work.
Huffleclaw, yeah.
But when you put puff on the end, that's just begging. Especially because all these kids are inducted at 10 years old. They're all going to be called, oh, look, it is. It's the Hufflepuff, the puff.
Oh, look, it's Hufflepuff. Yeah, it's
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
You're just begging for that
you're
kid
not allowed
to the age group to say that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that anymore, but kids are fucking sociopaths, so they're going to say it, right?
Yeah, and Hogwarts isn't exactly woke. I mean, they have slavery.
It's like, can you imagine that, like, I don't know, like a girl gives a blowjob in Ravenclaw. It's, oh, look, it's Ravenwhore.
Thing is, that's the weird thing. I remember seeing in the Harry Potter films, there were black students and all that. Were they okay with the elf slavery around?
I mean, were they... I mean, to be fair, it's like the fact that people say, like, oh, mudblood's like the worst word that you can say. It's like, humans... Muggles have got something to say about that, bro. I mean, I know...
Mudblood's been like, you can't use that word, only we can use that
word.
What's up, my mudblood?
Yeah. Was Voldemort the most evil person that you've ever encountered? Oh,
I want there to be a wizard rapper that uses the word mudblood like the way
we call him. We call him Pol Potter.
Doctor.
Some.
Right then, so you'd be Slytherin.
Yeah, probably. So a bit of a dick. What would you be?
Oh, is that your question to me?
It is now, yeah.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Are you?
I am a smug sack of shit. I really can't lie. I'm not Gryffindor. I'm no fucking Chad fucking hero, am I?
You're also definitely braver than me, I think. Like, I feel like you would actually, like, fight someone, whereas I would wait till they've turned their back and then smack them in the back of the head.
Granted, but that's the thing. Bravery doesn't have any qualification. Like, bravery means, like, one guy standing against an army of 500. You think I'm gonna fucking do that?
Well, no.
Brave people are often stupid.
Well, no, but you're in Ravenclaw, so you're smart.
Exactly. Which means I'm smart enough to not be brave.
Yeah. Or know when to retreat.
Brave people don't retire.
Yeah. There are no live heroes, mate.
Exactly.
Apart from Harry fucking Mary Sue Potter.
Oh, we'll get into plot armor in a minute.
Yeah.
But definitely got to be a Ravenclaw. Mainly one, because that sounds cool. Mainly two, because I'll probably get a nice wizarding government job.
You know, that is true. Ravenclaw does sound like the coolest name out of all of them.
It really...
Yeah.
So
it says what it is. It's like Gryffindor. Like, what's a Gryffindor?
Yeah, that just sounds like the backs. That just sounds like a mythical anus.
Yeah, Slytherin.
I did her in the Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Yeah.
It's like, well, where's
What,
that?
or maybe a Wizard World sexual position. What?
Have you done the Griffin?
Well, you get her around.
Oh, mate, she just Gryffindored all over my face.
Yeah, you get her on all fours. You grab her wings and.
You could do the same for a Ravenclaw, though.
Oh yeah, give her the old Ravenclaw.
Oh, the old Raven. Oh, that is heinous.
You use all four fingers. The Ravenclaw.
The Ravenclaw.
And then you finish on her Hufflepuff.
Oh my god.
Right after slithering in.
Yeah, I just fucking Ravenclawed her. Yeah, fucking Ravenclawed your mum in the butthole last night. Fuck.
That's the thing. The films portrayed them as all getting along and all that sort of things. But these, again...
Apart from Slytherin.
Oh, they were dicks. But that's the thing. These are all kids. They're going to be absolute hormonal assholes to each other.
It's true, though.
I've always wondered this, quick side note, Fred and George, why, because they were the pranksters, right?
Yeah.
Why they never polyjuice potioned themselves to be Dumbledore and walked around doing the helicopter? You know they would. Hey there, students! Woo!
I mean, Polyjuice Potion, man. Like, there is so much. Like, the thing is, so, like, they had the prank shop, didn't they? Weasley Wizard Wheezers. Right. I think they missed a trick there. I reckon what they should have done was got hair from, like, the hottest, like, wizards and witches and shit. Made Polyjuice Potion that they could sell. And so, you know, like, say you think your wife's, like, a little bit ugly, just take some Polyjuice Potion and bang! You're banging some hot...
Oh, I thought you were going to go
shit.
with they should have set up a brothel. Of make all the person that worked for them the hottest students in the school and all that. Like,
oh, dude, what you fucking no, not students. You fucking no.
They're all the same age group. I mean, like by the time they were all 16 and that.
It's, okay, for American listeners, 16 is the age of consent. Doesn't make it.
Wait, what is it in America?
It's like 18.
Oh.
I think. Well, it depends what state. Anyway, what I was saying is get hot.
What's the Alabama Hogwarts like?
I mean, it doesn't matter. You grew up together.
But that's the thing. Actually, in the books, believe it or not, they actually had the girl because they segregated the girl and the boys' dorms, right? But believe it or not, there was
segregate. Oh yeah,
yeah.
No, they did, didn't they?
They segregated the girls and the boys, and they. This was in the book that if a boy tried to go into the girls' dorms, the stairs were turned into a slide.
Turned into a slide. But the point.
So they were pervs.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about the students, mate. I was talking.
Oh yeah,
about,
let's bang McGonagall.
What? No. There are hot age of like.
Oh yeah, Madam Hooch. Get me a bit of that.
Say celebrity witches and wizards that were like, because they must have had like models, right? Like we do, we have celebrities and shit like that.
Oh, that just makes me think that all the girls try to get on Gilderoy Lockhart.
No, I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about just like wizard, like consenting wizard. Like say Arthur Weasley was just like, you know what, Molly Weasley, I'm just not into it. I'd like you to look like Bellatrix, and then bang, you could sell that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You sell that shit to me, certainly. But
never considered that before.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you were in that age group and you just say you were like 16, 17, you decided not to take part in the Tri-Wizard Cup, you're like, they can do all that. What I can...
Well, you can just choose not to take part, though. You don't have to put your name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. But so while the whole school's distracted with that, Polyjuice Potion, like... This does not count as roofing someone or anything like that. You're just nicking a hair.
Yeah, no one said it was counted as roofing. Although what basically is fucking love potion, mate. The more you think about that creepier
is really
it is.
rapey.
Yeah, that's really fucking
There's a reason
creepy.
why Disney had the genie say that was a rule you couldn't have. Like in the 90s, we established you can't force anyone to fall in love.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yet Rowling never got that message.
Yeah, no. And then also they made roofies funny in The Hangover.
Yeah, weird how a Polyjuice Potion can turn you into anyone you want. Maybe any gender you want. Which is very ironic for Rowling, really.
Oh, can? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, controversial. Oh wait, I don't fucking give a shit.
Oh no, we called out a transphobic.
Thing is, it doesn't fucking matter. She's fucking minted anyway. Like, she can do what she wants and she'd still be alright.
What I found adorable, claiming to be cancelled. I don't think a single bookstore stopped selling her books, did they? You're still making money. That's not cancelled.
Like, cancel J.K. Rowling. It's like, well, she's a fucking multi-millionaire. Like, she like, she doesn't give a shit.
Let's keep it on Potter. Next question.
Keep it on Potter. Right, next question. Right.
Is it me or you?
No, it's me. So, thinking about all that stuff in Harry Potter,
Right.
You know, you have like the 3 like unforgivable curses, which is Imperious Curse, where you can make someone do what they want.
Imperious,
Cruciatus, where you torture people, and obviously
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, where you
Pokemon.
kill people. Yeah. Is there a spell or like a potion that you think you would also include in that? Because I think there's definitely
What, to ban?
Yeah, to be like, look, that's really uncool.
Yes, the luck potion, because it pretty much makes you have as much.
Oh, Felix Felicis. That's what it's called, right?
Is
that what it's called? The luck potion?
I believe so, yeah. But that's the thing. I would think, because that pretty much means you could then do anything. Like, I could drink luck potion and then go and take on the Ministry of Magic and I'll fucking win. Yeah. It is a terrorist's delight. Why no Death Eaters ever made the fucking luck potion is fucking beyond me.
Why Voldemort didn't take a shot before trying to schwack Harry.
That's the point. Would the luck potion have been stronger than supposedly his mother's love to save him?
Oh, fuck.
Debate that one, guys. Could the luck potion have won out against Lily Potter's love?
Or
I have just created an entire subreddit.
But then you have like Voldemort's hatred plus luck potion versus... Yeah. But do you think he would have just got lucky enough that she... dived in front of Harry, but then he just waited and went, what? And then, poosh.
Yeah, it's a shame. It really is a shame Voldemort hated muggles, because he just could have just contacted someone with a gun to just shoot them.
Like a hitman, yeah. Agent 47.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen that. But yeah, luck potion seems to be the most bullshit of all. Obviously, there was a time Harry took the luck potion, and his luck was no discernibly different than any other time before that.
So the biggest Deus Ex Machina ever. It's like, oh, he was just really lucky because of a potion. Wait, do you think you get...
How do you explain all the previous times? Like, I can't think of anything more redundant than Harry Potter needing luck potion. Given he is clearly the most lucky person in the fucking world.
Do you think, like... Here's a question.
Yeah?
Do you think you'd have, like, luck potion, like, addicts and shit? Because, like, say you took luck potion...
What, you were saying it tastes so nice or something?
No. But, like, being lucky, right, and getting everything you want... Like, that's going to be great, isn't it?
There's got to be, like, wizard casinos. They have their own currency. They have, like, something... I can't remember what the name... It's like copper, silver, and gold, but it's galleons, sickles, and grots? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But, like...
Take that and win the jackpot.
You have, like, Felix Felicis, the luck potion, right? And that'll make you lucky. Like, you take that one day, you're going to be really lucky and everything's going to be great for you. There must be, like, luck potion addicts, right, that just take it every day.
Well, that's the problem. The fact that no one ever tries it, because if you fuck up making the luck potion, you're buggered. And it's apparently, like, nearly impossible to make. So no one ever really attempts it. Even though the upside of it is you take the potion and then you make more of it. Because you're too lucky, you can't fail.
Yeah. Why don't people do that?
Again, apparently the consequences are too scary for anyone to supposedly try.
So it's like heroin.
No, I don't know how you make heroin, but I can't imagine.
Neither, but it's
like, sort of like meth. If you fuck up making meth, you're dead.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
The luck potion is the wizard world's meth.
Yeah, you feel fucking great
when you take it.
But if you fuck it up, you're in trouble.
When you take it, you're on top of the world. Oh, Christ. I wonder if anyone's ever thought of that before. The fucking luck potion is the wizard world's meth. Which means we can get a fucking Harry Potter Walter White.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
Breaking wands.
He'd be called like Walter's Whiters. He'd be called some...
Oh, it's funny we say that because there was a Robot Chicken where they did like...
Oh shit, that was...
Dumbledore was dying and became Heisenberg.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so that's...
Okay, I've got a question for you now.
Yeah.
Okay, you can create any spell you want to do whatever you want. What spell do you make and what is it called?
Oh, mate. Okay. Well, I feel like I should be responsible here and get spells that get rid of, like, terminal diseases and shit.
Oh, yeah, wizards never get fucking sick, do they? Dicks.
Unless it's, like, by a spell or, like, a hex or curse or something, isn't it? Because there's the
Herpes gonus.
Herpes gonus. Herpes deletus.
Fetus deletus.
Beatus metus.
We're just rhyming now. What's your spell?
Yeah, just be able to... Oh, that's what I do. Beatus metus.
Oh, Christ.
I'd invent a spell that would make people just orgasm, like, on the spot. So, like...
Would that apply to girls, though?
Flickus clitus.
Because about to say, yeah, marriages in the wizarding world will just be sorted then. A guy can't be asked...
Well, no, but you'd know that they'd done it, though.
Yeah, but they're still feeling... I doubt anyone would bloody care.
Well, I mean, I'd do it for, like... I'd be, like, walking around school and then just see someone be like, I want to see what that person's cum face looks like. Fetus...
Yeah, but then one person uses it on Professor McGonagall.
I mean, like...
Or Hagrid. You want to see Hagrid's cum face?
Fuck no.
Oh, I should not have done that.
Yeah, but, like, I'd be like, oh, God.
No, that's what Hagrid said after sleeping with Hermione.
Oh.
I should not have done that. I should not have done that.
No, you should not have done that. Yeah,
I should not have made that joke.
Well, or whatever, they're all fake characters.
So that's your joke. That's your spell you're gonna bring to the wizarding world.
I reckon. Actually,
Metus beatus and flickus clitus.
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon though. So you know when Cedric Diggory died.
Such a positive spell. Yeah.
Yeah, you know when Cedric Diggory died, and then they come back with a portkey, and his dad is like, "That's my boy." I reckon someone might have done that spell on him because my God.
Well, that's the thing. That's what Harry should have done instead of one lightning at Voldemort. As Voldemort lines up to do the Avada Kedavra, Beatus Metus, and Voldemort instantly comes in his robes. My basilisk has expunged.
Harry Potter is dead.
Oh Christ!
Yeah.
That's a good spell. Nothing but a positive spell, I suppose.
Exactly. There has to be good
ripe
stuff.
for abuse, though. Imagine you're at the back of the class and Flitwick or something is teaching and you just want to fuck with him. Like,
I mean, it's like, it's not that anyone's not... I mean, people are definitely thinking about it now, but I bet people will be like, I wonder what he sounds like when he comes.
how many... What would dating, therefore, be like, imagine? But then again, you could be absolutely shit at sex, but still make your partner get there with that spell.
You'd have to do the spell, though.
Yeah, you'd have to learn
They'd
it.
have to... No, but... And they'd know. It's like, why are you keeping your wand, like, right next to the bed?
Are you kidding? I always have my
Yeah,
wand here.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, I imagine no partner
They'd
would
know.
really care. Come on. Like, as long as they got there, like,
But,
no,
like, say
no
like-
woman would ever be left unsatisfied.
I don't know, but like you could also use it on yourself. So like say that you're just like really stressed out and you're like, oh fuck, I'm late for work. Oh fuck it, and you just needed to fucking have a good time. You just go Beatus Metus and then fucking come, and then like you feel okay. I feel a bit relaxed now, and now I can go.
You're on
with my
public
day.
transport, just randomly pick someone.
Yeah.
And just to see what happens. You'd be a little agent of coming chaos.
Assuming that wizards have YouTube. No, they don't have YouTube.
YouTube or some sort of train.
But
I don't know. They go through toilets and shit, don't they?
Yeah, no,
But-
they do. I mean, you know, you do you guys, as long as it's consenting adults, you're not hurting anyone.
Right,
that's all
the coming curse.
The
I like it.
Yeah.
What's your one for me? What have you got?
All right. My one for you is, so you have Hogwarts, that's, you know, like the British school.
Yeah.
You have Durmstrang, which is in Bulgaria.
Durmstrang.
Durmstrang. Then you have Beauxbatons, which is in France. I think
Durmstrang. I can't remember.
Durmstrang is Bulgaria, because that's where Crumb comes
And then there's
from.
the girls that wore the blue at Shat Butterflies.
Beauxbatons. Yeah,
Yeah?
Beauxbatons. And
I'm
then
sure
you
there
have-
are more.
Yeah, there probably is. Right. And you have, what's the American one called? I don't even care.
Oh, from the Beasts thing. Yeah.
Do you think that they have, like, wizarding schools in, like, Afghanistan?
Well, is that a question?
Yeah.
Fuck. They have shown, like, on the Ministry and all that, we have seen people from various cultures, like, there have been gentlemen of different ethnicities Asian wizards, black wizards and witches and all that sort of thing, people with turbans and the like. So definitely this is a world that exists all over the world, so I'd probably say yes. However, certain cultural differences.
Yeah. So,
but in the same way, there'd be the oppression for the idea of magic in the Middle East.
So that was the first half of the question.
Okay.
Why weren't those schools invited to the Tri-Wizard tournament? And don't say because it's Tri-Wizards there's only allowed to be 3. Why isn't there like a national, like Olympics? Like the Wizard Olympics?
I didn't write the fucking book, did I?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think there should be...
Well,
like
maybe
Olympics?
they isolate themselves. Who's to say the magical world is united? There could be segregated magical worlds, like in the same way China has its own internet and the Western world has their internet. So for all we know, there could be portions of the world and magical societies that exist outside the ministry with their own dominion.
They're not so good with affirmative action, Hogwarts, with their Tri-Wizard tournament.
How do you mean?
As in, it's all like European white people. Like in 2020,
there
would definitely be people saying like you need to include like minority wizarding schools, right?
There were... Well, we have to remember once again how very prejudiced the wizarding world is. Again, they have slaves. I'm not going to let that go.
Yeah, but not people slaves.
Oh, that's fine. Jesus Christ. Dobby lies matter.
Well, I mean, like, we fucking, like, experiment on animals and shit.
Holy shit, do not equate the fucking house elves with animals.
But they're elves, though.
Yeah, but they're conscious beings with feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That would be my speculation, that it's possible the entire magical world isn't united and there could
so
be...
they're just, like, kind of racist?
No, they just don't agree with the magic world's constants, so they've sort of separated and they're their own thing.
Do you think that they have, like, different unforgivable curses? Do you think that there are spells, like, in other countries that aren't, you know, like, that you can't translate into, like, English?
I could not possibly fathom to speculate. I think it would really depend on cultural sort of matters, like what spells would be considered unforgivable for those people.
Do you think that, like, you have the killing curse, right? That obviously is illegal in, you know, like, the British, you know, wizarding community. But then say you went to, like, a place that they were like, no, killing's all right. It's like a misdemeanor.
So, like, in the same way age of consent changes between countries, like...
Well, not quite that drastic, but, like, say like, self-defense. Like, say that...
So a wizarding stand your ground law.
Yeah, like, say that, so, like, apparently, like, you know, the killing curse is unforgivable, right? But, like, say that there was, like, a country that was like, well, you know what, like... What did that guy do that, you know, prompted you to kill him? And they were, oh, well, he tried to rape my wife, and so I killed him. And then they were like, all right, okay, so maybe it's like...
Well, I think the concept of the unforgivable curses is similar to the Geneva Convention, like forms of torture that's not allowed. Like, you can never use these spells for that reason.
Oh, yeah, but killing is not part... Not killing, it's like...
Well, there's also the other two. There's the torture one, and then there's the mind control one.
Yeah.
Like, I believe it's the Cruciatus.
Imperious Curse is the mind control.
That's the mind control one,
yeah. The torture one. Yeah, I guess you can get that, right? But it's like, do you think that there might be, like, some wizarding countries that are just like, oh, okay, so you killed that guy because he was going to kill you? Do you think that might be, like, a thing? Maybe an American wizarding law, I don't know. Or maybe they just keep a gun and they're just like, oh, hey, guys, I did not use the killing curse, I used a firearm.
I wonder if that could honestly be a loophole. Like if Harry decided to say, I'm fucking sick of the Dursleys and kill them all with a knife. If the wizarding world wouldn't give a shit because he didn't use magic.
Can you imagine that?
Then he gets to go just live with the Weasleys. I didn't use magic. Oh, I don't give a shit then.
No, I just can't.
All you broke were Muggle laws.
Oh, you broke Muggle laws. Well,
homicide.
You're not going to Azkaban. You're going to Broadmoor.
Oh, he was in there all along.
Isn't that a theory though?
Oh yeah, like
isn't it that actually it's all in his head because he's like nuts, or he's like I don't know, it's like such his life sucks, so he's sort of creates this kind of idea that he's escaped. He's got this magical place.
Finishing in the cafeteria, Harry and Ron turn their wands on themselves.
Oh no!
Right then, we're down to the last two questions now. Rob,
Last two.
you can take control of any one of the magical species in the magical world.
Oh.
Now, there are obviously dragons, but there is the giant spider army in the dark forest. There are all those unicorns, the centaurs. You can pretty much become the boss of any one of those species. Which one and what are you going to do?
Just those ones you listed, or just like
Any other ones I may not have named.
Oh, Dementors.
Ooh.
I'm going to make them not be fucking dicks.
How are they dicks?
How are they not dicks?
Yeah, they
Dementors
torture
are like...
criminals. Fuck them.
No, they didn't just torture criminals. They fucking like suck the life out of like just random like people.
Yeah, but they're controlled by the Ministry to not do that. The only reason they ever went after Harry is because he's got more than one soul because of the Horcrux.
No, that's not true. They weren't under control of the Ministry. They were these fucking.
It is the Ministry that controls them.
Things. Well, it's kind of is, but it also kind of isn't. Though the fact
How were they ever subjugated is beyond me.
Yeah, exactly, because they were like these fucking beings that like just kind of existed to suck the fucking, quite literally, the soul out of people.
So you're taking control of them and you're just going to make them nicer. But that's how they live. They live... So you're asking them to starve themselves.
No, I'm not going to make them nicer. I'm going to fucking segregate them from humanity.
So you're going to take sort of a species and pretty much pull a Mufasa and put them on the outskirts like the hyenas to just starve to death.
Well, yeah, because they're like...
You're a dick.
No, I'm not a dick.
You just...
So you'd have Dementors running free.
You're blaming them for... No, control them and do what the wizards did. Let them feed off criminals.
Yeah, it didn't work out well for the wizards because guess what? Dementors actually don't really like listening to people.
It looked like it worked for a good few years.
Yeah.
Look at Sirius Black.
Yeah, like a few years. Yeah, Sirius Black was a good guy.
Yeah, but, it still worked. They thought he was a criminal and he was miserable for like 12 years.
What's your point?
They were good at their job, is my point. They made criminals miserable.
Yeah, but that's like saying, oh yeah, hey guys, look, I know the SS guards in Auschwitz were bad people, but at least they were good at their job.
Okay, don't get me wrong, there is a certain problem in the wizarding world with crime versus rehabilitation. Because they just throw you in a hole and leave you to be miserable.
Yeah, it's like, but that's the thing though.
Suicide rates from fucking wizards coming out of Azkaban must be sky high.
Yeah, how could you even like...
come back to the real world after having every ounce of happiness sucked out of you for years.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'd be willing to bring the Dementor race to extinction just because you don't like them?
Yeah, there's nothing...
Thanks, Adolf.
There's no...
Is that your final solution for the Dementors?
How am I like Adolf?
It's your final solution for Dementors, is
Yeah,
it?
your final solution is torturing the shit out of people. You're like, oh no, leave
Yeah,
them
but
work.
not killing them.
No, just making them live to the point where they wish they were dead. They do kill people. They suck the souls out of them.
It's never described that necessarily kills them.
Yeah, it's like worse. It's a fate worse than death.
Oh, that's subjective.
I don't think
Again, I want to come back to Baby Shark on that one.
No, but the idea is like, oh yeah, they're really, really bad, but at least they're good at their job. That's more Hitler-y than what I'm doing.
You know what I was hoping? I was hoping you would take control of the spiders and overthrow Hogwarts.
Well, you know what? You shouldn't put so much faith in me.
No, you just picked a race you didn't like and killed them off. You fucking monster. You're just judging them because they're
Dylan,
black.
Are you saying that you are a supporter of Dementors? Are you a supporter of the DLM?
What's that?
Dementor Lives Matter.
Oh, fuck's sake. Do not equate those two, fuck's sake. I'm saying they didn't ask to exist. It's not their fault.
No, they were created by an evil wizard.
We eat meat the same way they suck souls.
They were created by an evil wizard to be really evil.
No, I think they're naturally occurring.
No, they're not. They're created by an evil wizard.
Well, whatever. Fair enough. You're going to genocide the Dementors.
No, I'm not going to genocide the Dementors. I'm going to segregate them so they don't harm innocent people. Because they can't be seen by Muggles.
Wait, how were they harming innocent people at Azkaban?
No, because they don't just stay in Azkaban. Like, Dementors are everywhere, but they're invisible to Muggles.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. They're going to slip through the cracks.
No, like, it's like a pandemic and shit. Like,
oh, fuck's sake.
Like, they're invisible to Muggles, right? So Muggles can't see them. But
right.
they can still feel, like, their entire presence and stuff like that. So, like, they still fucking make you feel absolutely awful, right? So I would make sure that they're not, going around affecting people that don't deserve to be affected badly.
Okay, but how are they going to live if their food supply has been greatly shortened?
They don't eat food. They exist on fear.
Yeah, that's the thing. That is their food source.
Yeah, they exist on fear and shit.
So whose fear are they going to consume?
The fucking prisoners.
That's what I was saying.
No, you were saying that I was going to genocide them.
You said you were going to segregate them. They're already feeding on prisoners.
Segregation and genocide are two different things.
This has been the Learning Hour with Rob and Dylan.
Yeah, otherwise
kids!
Why wouldn't they have the segregation and genocide are two different words, therefore they are two different things.
You're not going to change anything because they're already in Azkaban sucking down prisoners. Sucking them off and all that.
Well, I mean, sucking off is...
I have never searched for it, but there have got to be Dementor porn.
Rule 34.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, have you seen the fingers on those things? Pretty long.
I actually haven't.
Have you not? It's in the third film where the Dementor sort of reaches around the door. It's got his really long fingers and shit.
It's been a while. Right, What have you got for me as the last question?
Okay, right. So...
I'm dreading this.
Yeah, I know you are. All right. So you're in Wizard Court, right?
Oh, what the fuck have I done?
A Dementor has sucked the soul out of someone, and you're trying to defend him as his lawyer.
I feel like you've only just come up with this question.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an actor. I improvise.
I feel this is somewhat inspired by something.
Well, I mean, all art is imitation.
So I'm a Dementor lawyer.
Yeah, you're a lawyer for a Dementor who sucked the soul out of an innocent person. You're trying to defend your client.
I'm a demented lawyer.
Well, I mean, you took the case.
Right. Okay.
What is your defensive speech about why your client should not be punished for what it did?
I'm going to plead insanity.
Okay. No, do it. No, give your speech.
Your Honour, he's insane.
The evidence does not show that he's insane.
Of course he is. Look at him. He wears a black cloak all the time. He doesn't eat. He's nuts.
That's racist. Are you judging him? I
didn't even mention his skin colour.
Are you judging someone by how they dress?
Yes.
That's judging a book by its cover.
Well, what sort of nerds read books?
Is that a real question? Are you even a real lawyer?
Play me off, Johnny. I don't know. Is what? Fucking hell. The person the Dementor victimised, were they evil?
No, they're innocent people.
Well, no, I'm not going to take the case then. Fuck them.
No, but you have to. You're like one of those public lawyers.
Oh, I'm a public defender.
Yeah, you're one of those. You're one of those.
What a broke-ass Dementor. Couldn't afford a real lawyer.
To be fair, I think you could probably actually plead insanity for a Dementor. Do you think Dementors probably have mental issues? I reckon they do. I mean, look at them. Do you think they have to wake up in the morning, look at themselves in the mirror and be like,
I won't lie, that'd be a great Harry Potter sketch of Dementor therapy. Lying on the couch. So how did that make you feel?
And how did it make all the other people around you feel?
Miserable. Yeah. I just feel like everywhere I go, everyone's unhappy to see me.
I just feel like people... every time I walk into a room...
It's like the mood changes.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, did you do a background check before going on that train full of kids? No, you did not.
I hope he was CRB checked.
We don't know, he just turned up.
Jesus Christ.
Do you think they have to do a test? To guard Azkaban to make sure that they're not, dodgy people?
What, you think a Dementor's going to bugger Bellatrix while she's in her cell?
I mean, would you not?
I
I would.
I will not at all opine to a question of sexually assaulting Helen Bonham Carter. However,
in court,
saying that audibly.
yeah.
So yes, I'll use the insanity plea, and if the judge denies me, I will use flu powder and get out of the courtroom. That's a point.
Oh, that's a good point.
If you were in the middle of court, the second the thing says, right, you're off to Azkaban, you smuggle in some flu powder up your ass. Norway!
Doesn't flu powder need to be used in a fireplace?
Oh, fuck off, I'll find one.
Or a toilet? Oh no, that's different. You just flush yourself.
Accio, Norway. I'll put myself...
Accio, Norway.
I'll use magic to go somewhere.
I think that's a summoning spell.
Yes,
so
it
you're
is.
You're going to summon a country to yourself.
Holy shit, how that fuck with the world. Imagine Norway rushing out from... However, Accio, I think it doesn't work on live, only inanimate objects.
Oh, I think it also... Yeah. Does it matter on weight as well?
I'm not sure.
Like, Accioing like a car.
Accio bar.
Stop it, Ron. Stop.
We had to mention that at some point. Right then, that's all the questions portions. Now let's talk about the films themselves before we talk about the books. Rob, do you like the Harry Potter films?
I do like the films. Some of them, not all of them.
Which is your favourite one?
My favourite one, I think, probably has to be the second one.
Chamber of Secrets. Why?
It's probably the second one. Well, because it still has that spirit of the first one,
which was
fun. It didn't nearly go down. It wasn't. It was fun, but it was also like a little bit kind of creepy. I feel that the fourth ones up to the last ones, if you look at those like shots, everything's really desaturated of colour. It's dark.
I'd say the third one was pretty dark.
Yeah, it was, but that was the transition. I think the third one was very good, but the second one is my favourite. Not just because Kenneth Branagh is playing Lockhart, and he is amazing as Lockhart. He's so...
You know who he reminds me of? The wizard Zach Brannigan from Futurama.
Oh, yeah.
The wizard Zach Brannigan. Kiff, you magnificent bastard.
Yeah. But you can tell, I mean, there's always the thing I really like about watching actors enjoying playing roles. Like, you can tell that Kenneth Branagh is enjoying playing his role, and it's just great.
It's often said great actors sometimes do terrible movies as an acting vacation.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be really good and they can have as much fun as they want.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's great.
I'm not sure I'd call the Harry Potter franchise an acting vacation, but it was... It needs that hamminess to it.
But I think he was cast really well.
Absolutely.
The Basilisk as well. I think...
What, you think he was cast very well?
Yeah, I think he was. I think the Basilisk, the way it looks, it's still...
The CGI holds up?
I think it still holds up, pretty well.
Can I quickly ask, if you had to recast Lockhart as someone else, is there anyone in mind you pick?
God.
I know David Tennant had already played Barty Crouch Jr., but I think...
It's difficult. I'm trying to think of someone that would do it.
Really foppish. Like, you have to have that foppishness in there.
Maybe Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Maybe him, because I can imagine him being... Maybe because I've seen him as Sherlock and he's sort of
So he can be smarmy.
Yeah, I think maybe him. I think that might be quite
Yeah, I think that's quite good.
Yeah.
It always broke my heart, like, Patrick Stewart was never in Harry Potter.
Yeah, so many... The thing is, it's like, what British actor would you have in Harry Potter? It's like, well, they've all been in it, basically, haven't they?
Except
Patrick Stewart, he hasn't been in it. Ian McKellen wasn't in it either.
Is, what's his name? Fucking, Gary Oldman English?
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
He wasn't
in it.
Sirius
Black.
Oh, yeah.
Gary Oldman's Sirius Black, mate.
That's how good he was. I forgot that was him.
Yeah, you saw him.
So, yeah, Gary Oldman was in it.
He was good as well.
I don't think I could have recast him.
I would not. It would be an insult.
Same as Alan Rickman.
Alan Rick, yeah. Snape.
Oh, that being said, you know who also could have made a pretty good Snape?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck's sake, Saruman. Christopher Lee. I think he could have been a very imposing dark wizard.
Yeah, he could have done. I
don't think maybe he couldn't have pulled off the long black hair. But...
No, I don't think... Also, yeah, no, maybe he couldn't have.
And you can't stick a black Marilyn Manson wig on Patrick Stewart's bald head, can you? So...
I mean, you could, but it looked kind of funny.
I'd say a lot of casting was pretty much on point. Maggie Smith's as McGonagall was good.
Absolutely.
And the original Dumbledore was
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris, a really amazing actor.
Yeah.
I've said this before. Forever.
That was the last Harry Potter he was in.
Well, yeah, he died after the second one, and that's forever pissed me off. That Richard Harris died, and everyone, even the papers that Dumbledore's dead is like, you motherfuckers. That's not the only role he's done in his fucking life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing is though, it's the same. I think in a way for like Alan Rickman too. It's like
to be fair, the actor that replaced Richard Harris was pretty good as well.
Oh yeah, Michael Gambon. Yeah,
he was a good Dumbledore.
He was very good. But I think the reason why I like the second one is because because I watched the first one. I absolutely love the first one. It recaptured that love for the first one. It had that same theme, and the third one was directed by another director who had never actually read the books, so had his own kind of idea. It was a good film. But I think
would you say that's an advantage or a disadvantage? So you don't feel restrained by the book, but you also lack perhaps certain context without it.
I mean, I think you should definitely read the source material of the film that you're making.
But you don't think that might unintentionally influence your own creative vision going into it?
Well, maybe, but you wouldn't want to have like your own creative vision and people going like, "Oh my god, this fucking sucks. Didn't this idiot read the book?"
Well, yeah,
no
of
one
course.
thought that with the third one.
No,
People
that's what they did with the Circuit de Freak movie.
But I think you should. I think in a way, like if someone was to tell me to go and make a film that was based on a book, and I said, "Oh well, I'm just going to make my own thing," I think that's kind of arrogant in a way. It's like, read the source material, like, because that's the point.
To be honest, apparently the Percy Jackson movies are really far off the books as well themselves.
I have no idea.
Lightning Thief and Sea of Monsters. You never saw those?
No.
Oh, holy shit.
No.
Aragon?
Oh yeah, and I've watched that.
That supposedly was really far off the book as well.
Yeah, because I knew some friends who had read the books of Aragon and then watched the film. Were like, oh, they like missed out like entire like cities and stuff. But it was only one film though, wasn't it, Aragon?
I guess that goes to the idea. If you're adapting a book into a film, it shouldn't be like the book. It should be like a film. And there are a lot of nuances and time commitments you can put in a book, but you only have a certain amount of time in a film, and you need to keep attention while keeping a narrative going. So obviously there are going to be subplots and certain themes you're going to have to cut away.
Yeah, no, that's true, but you should read your source material.
Yeah,
I mean, like doing. Anything, like say you're doing a parody of something, you don't read your source material.
You get Scary Movie.
Yeah.
That's the difference between something like Scary Movie and something like Airplane.
I think you should read the book. I think that if you're going to make a film based on a book, you should read the source material and then make your decision on how you're going to take it. That's just kind of, I mean, to be fair, that's just sort of basic, kind of basic script writing. Really,
could you imagine if Stanley Kubrick had made the third Harry Potter film?
Can you imagine that? For instance, Game of Thrones, I think, you see what happens when people don't really read source material if they don't have it. You see what happens.
Oh, that's almost a question I wish I put now. Like, imagine you could assign any one of the Harry Potter films with any director you wanted. Like, I'm picturing the final Harry Potter film, but directed by Michael Bay.
So there was quite a lot of explosions.
Hermione is now in jean shorts and one of those this is the end, so she's legal now. I purposely picked the last film.
I mean, the fact that you said legal versus moral is.
So she's in jean shorts. For some reason, explosions are happening anywhere, and the final person to fight Voldemort is Optimus Prime.
There were loads of explosions in the last battle.
I mean, Michael Bay explosions.
Yeah, like everything.
Pick a director you want to film any one of the films. Kubrick filming the third one.
Oh man, that would be fucking great.
Get a still shot of Lupin with an axe, just losing his mind as he turns into a whale.
Here's Sirius. I think also
Tarantino doing fucking
mate.
Goblet of Fire.
Oh, that was the worst one for sure.
It really
Order
went
of the
off the
Phoenix.
rails a fair few times. Like,
Yeah.
you know what the weirdest moment in that for me? Do you remember when Harry was apparently taking that bath with the dragon egg, and then fucking Moaning Myrtle turns up, acting pervy because Harry's having a bath? It's like, haha, you died when you were 11, didn't you?
Yeah, it's also weird the actress is like in her 40s, I think, when she did that.
Kind of makes it a bit less creepy, but that film has so many
Does it?
fucking... Let's say it does.
I think...
And then there was Hagrid getting horny for that giant woman. What was that about?
Madam Maxine.
That never went anywhere. Hagrid was just like, oh, a big woman.
Yeah, he sounds just like that.
Yes, he does.
I think there's like two. I think most people have hate for Order of the Phoenix.
Why? 'Cause is that the one that killed Fred? Oh, spoilers.
No, that was the last one. No, Order of the Phoenix is the one after the Goblet of Fire. I think lots of people have hatred for that one, mainly because it's kind of like...
Umbridge. That was the one with
really
Umbridge,
long,
wasn't it? That bitch.
But again, I think perfect casting for Umbridge. Like,
It's really funny. Just like Games of Thrones, everyone thought, just like with, we'll never hate anyone more than Joffrey. We'll never hate anyone more than Voldemort.
Oh, we'll never hate anyone...
Umbridge is Ramsay.
Yeah, exactly. And you can tell...
Hold my beer.
Perfect casting, I think.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Such an amazing person to hate.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing I think people love to hate people.
What do you think?
Right?
Something about the way she did things, her prissiness, or just the way she was just like, I disregard everything you say. It's just like, it's almost more... Voldemort, the thing, Voldemort was evil, but he wasn't obnoxious.
Yeah.
And somehow you hate someone obnoxious more than someone evil.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't know why that thing. Maybe it's a social thing.
I think it's because, like, people... Like, you meet more obnoxious people in real life than you meet, like, actually evil people.
People
so
know a lot more Umbridges more than Voldemort.
Exactly. So you relate more, and you're like, oh, fuck this bitch. Like,
yeah, you don't meet fucking Voldemort every day, do you?
Yeah, Imelda Stinson, like, you can tell she's having a lot of fun, much like with Kenneth Branagh, like, playing that role. And it looks like a fun role.
Well, same with Filch.
Yeah.
The actor that plays him, that's done so...
David Bradley.
And he was Walder Frey and all that, so he can play a mean asshole.
Yeah.
But he was having a good... One of my favourite moments of him as Filch was like, oh dear, we are in trouble. It's just like, you... Because obviously in the context of the things, he's what's known as a squib, which is someone born of magical parents that doesn't have magical powers. So he obviously hates all the students and delights in torturing them as he can.
Yeah. There's also that theory that Mrs. Norris is his wife.
Yeah, like there's theories that she's an animagus that got trapped in her animal form and all that. It's nothing's ever been confirmed.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those, Harry Potter like fan theory.
Well, just like the idea that Dumbledore himself was deaf, because obviously the three pieces of death, the pebble, the cloak, and the Elder Wand, Dumbledore all had at one point.
Yeah.
I don't personally believe it.
Yeah. I mean, if like he was deaf, but then he was killed, does that make him double deaf? Deaf. I don't fucking know.
That sounds like such a 5-year-old thing. Well, I'm double deaf now.
I'm double deaf plus what? Fuck you.
I'm double Dumbledore deaf.
I'm double. Try to say that 5 times quickly. Double Dumbledore deaf.
Thing is, you'd never want a Dumbledore Patronus because that would be DP. I'm sorry.
What do you think your Patronus would be?
Probably. I won't. Probably sounds fucking so fucking. I've taken those goddamn Facebook quizzes where you answer these really obvious questions like, "Do you like food? Yes or no?" It's like, "Oh, you're a deer." Like, oh, am I? Because I like food.
I reckon mine would be something really docile, like a fucking. Like a possum or some shit.
Well, that's the thing.
Like a duck.
You obviously get
like that.
All the answers are obviously cool animals. Like I got dragon, and there are obviously other ones like snake but no.
Like Harry's got a stag.
There'd be a few badgers.
Yeah, there must be.
You've got all the animals in the world. There's got to be someone that's a crab or a plankton.
I reckon mine's like a hedgehog or something like that.
Imagine someone's a pig. Your Patronus is a pig. It's like
like a pig or like a wild boar. Like a boar.
What, like Pumbaa?
Yeah, a boar would be kind of cool. Or a meerkat. Imagine if your Patronus was a meerkat.
Yeah, you get just imagine finding out you could be the buffest Gryffindor Chad guy in the world, and you finally use the Patronus charm, and it turns out you're the shittest thing ever.
Or do you think it's just
you're a mouse?
Do you think? Oh my god! Can you imagine it was a mouse? But imagine if it was like the most badass mouse ever. It was like Yoda in Attack of the Clones. It was just fucking up to metal and shit. Do you think it's just land animals though? Do you think you had like sea animal Patronuses?
Yeah, you like I said, crab earlier.
Yeah,
so
like an octopus.
Holy shit! Imagine you're a Dementor and someone's got a fucking whale Patronus. So this is a Dementor and a whale is like fucking huge.
Or a shark. What's the?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, what are those fucking creepy looking ones? Anglerfish that have the light.
Well, to be honest, we live in a fantasy world, right?
Shit.
If I could choose one, my Patronus would be Cthulhu. Or the Kraken.
Yeah,
suck on this, asshole.
Squid.
Hey, we live in a world with unicorns. Why can't I have a Kraken as a Patronus?
Yeah, you could totally have a Kraken. Could you have like a chimera?
I don't know what Harry Potter's addressed as mythology.
Oh,
well, unicorns.
A Kraken's part of mythology.
And so is a unicorn, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's mythology.
So
yeah.
Yeah, like a Hydra.
Ooh, that'd be fucking cool.
Could you have a dinosaur? Because they did exist, right?
Oh, I would absolutely love the Wizarding World to explain dinosaurs.
It's magic. That'd be it.
Oh, but yeah. So Chamber of Secrets is your favourite one?
Yeah, no, it is. What's your favourite one?
Fuck it, you. That's my favourite one. Weirdly enough, the third one, and not just because...
I do like the third one.
Not just because it has a werewolf. I did like the introduction to the darker side of things. Obviously, it really stuck with me when I first saw it. The idea of Sirius Black's wanted poster, and you just see Gary Oldman screaming and shaking in it. And obviously by the end of the film, you know why he's especially angry, because he's there unjustly and all that sort of thing. The werewolf, I wasn't a massive fan of the time travel bullshit. Anytime any story brings in time travel, it's got to do with convoluted bullshit, and there are rules. Oh, the time turner can't actually change the past. Cursed child. But...
I haven't read it.
Ugh, don't. But that shit I didn't like, but a lot of it was really fun. You got the dark side. It still had a little bit of the wonder, like when Hagrid showed you how to take a hippogriff's thermometer up the arse and that. But
yeah, and it's cool because it like sort of expands. So it's like the idea that you have this massive kind of beast essentially, but it's like, oh, but you have to bow to it. It's like that's a unique kind of cool idea, isn't it?
And plus, I like to see a little bit more of expertise from Hagrid, who so far has been this weirdo who lives in a little cottage.
Yeah,
that looks like Dumbledore just keeps around. Otherwise, he'll start eating the fucking lawn.
And we talked about Dementors. I think the Dementors, they're definitely a cool thing.
Oh, absolutely.
They're even today. I mean, I said about the Bowsers, but like their CGI, it holds up today.
One thing that didn't make sense to me was the reoccurrence of that supposed prediction Harry had in his bottle of his cup from the Dark Wolf.
Oh, the Grim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of it looking like a dog and all that sort of thing, which is warning because of the thing that was stalking him, but that turned out to be Sirius, who was on his side and protecting him.
I guess he was kind of following him, didn't he?
Yeah, so why is the...
I think also part of it isn't part of it that Trelawney's like kind of a fraud?
Well, that's the thing.
Isn't that a big thing about it?
She was supposedly a fraud and all that sort of thing because, but her predictions now and then came true, and clairvoyance is technically a part of witchcraft.
Yeah, but I thought the whole sort of point was that Trelawney was a fraud because...
well, that's like philosophy in school.
Because I think... Is it in the films? It's definitely in the books where they say, oh yeah, she predicts that someone will die every year. Or something like that. And it's sort of very implied that she's just...
I think her predictions are sort of lightning in a bottle. Like, she's correct every 1 in 5.
Is that Emma Thompson? It is Emma Thompson.
I can't recall.
Who plays her, yeah. I think she's great in that.
She did a good job as a bewildered sort of crazy cat lady. Yeah. Sorry, that's how I define her, like a bewildered crazy cat. And she definitely loses herself in the role, and it's an amazing performance. But I think it's the equivalent of when you're in school and you were learning philosophy. Like, it's a lot of convoluted, is it not, that can't be proven, but it's still a field of study sort of thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Any philosophers listening to this, I apologise.
Yeah, I can't. I can't even remember what was her subject called. It was called something like.
Oh,
It was called something weird.
If you know it, comment it below.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It wasn't clairvoyance. It was like
it was something like that.
something involving crystal balls and
she had crystal balls.
She loved playing with balls. It was something.
Yeah, because she had crystal balls, didn't she?
The balls, the cups.
Which again is it's in that sort of vein of like, oh, you go to like the fair and there's someone who reads your future in a crystal ball.
Yeah. Well, again, like clairvoyance, it's the same as tarot cards and all that sort of thing. It's the being able to predict
symbols in tea leaves, like reading tea leaves. That's a thing. Isn't
it? That's a thing. They did that in Coraline. So
Coraline, yeah. Sorry, that's the song. It's not. It's called Caroline. Yeah. What was she? Hey, Professor Trelawney. That was her name, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember that because she made the prediction, didn't she, where she was speaking in that weird voice with Harry.
She also made a prediction to Umbridge as well, saying the bad shit that would happen to her, and obviously she got captured and molested by the Centaurs. I imagine that's what I
say that. Yeah.
I am as she was being fired and all that sort of thing. As Umbridge was about to say, make a prediction for me. And she's like, can't just fucking do it on the spot. It's like, oh, I see. Oh, I know. Dark shit is heading your way, bitch.
Yeah, it was Emma Thompson who played her.
Right. Rob isn't having an epiphany. He's on his fucking phone.
No, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, don't let them think you're smart.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really given off that impression over the last however many fucking episodes.
Were we meant to?
Divination, that's what it was called.
I actually should have fucking known that. Because I've used... Yeah, that's what that is about.
Divination, like water divining, like trying to find water with pendulums.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Divination, again, that falls under tarot cards and the like itself. But yeah, that's what happens. Like, obviously, Umbridge was given that prediction by her saying, you're going to be fucked up, and then the Centaurs captured her, rode her off, and then probably rode her.
Anyway, so going back to your favourite, so like the third one's your favourite. For me, I will say that looking at the second one, it's probably, I'm wearing sort of nostalgia glasses in the way, but the third one is definitely a close second for me. I find the third one very good. I'll happily rewatch it.
What's the one you didn't like the most?
Oh god, that's probably it's got to be Goblet of Fire.
Not Half-Blood, not the first part. I think it was like the first for Half-Blood Prince. What's the one where they went camping for like half the film?
That was Deathly Hallows.
The first part of that was just them camping and saying, "I love Ron, I love Harry, yeah.
But only as a friend."
And then they find a locket in a chest, and Harry goes underwater and finds the Griffin sword. It's like fucking shit. And there's a wedding in a tent. It's all really bad.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, it kind of is. But I think just Goblet of Fire for me...
What stood out to be really detestable? And don't just say Edward Cullen. Yeah.
Oh, no. It was the fact that 3/4 of the film was the Tri-Wizard Tournament, right?
Yeah, that was kind of a big theme.
Yeah, it was kind of the big theme. But
I mean,
it was
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, funnily enough. But it bounced between, we're doing this big Tri-Wizard tournament that's really, really important, that should only have 3 people. Oh no, but Harry's in it, so that's, whatever. Next thing is that, it's between my hormonal teenage feelings. And then next it's, me and Ron aren't really friends, but then we become friends again.
Oh yeah, there was that
and then
needless
it's,
bullshit.
Oh yeah, and then it's Neville Ex Machina. You could always use gillyweed. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then Harry being big hero, where he saves 2 people even though he's not supposed to. One of the people he saves, he doesn't even fucking care about, or doesn't even know, which is...
Great school, by the way, willing to drown their students.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not unless you know, like, the spells or whatever. And it's a slow film. Like, I really just did not... Like, the dragon thing was cool. That was really cool. The water one was like, okay, here we saw. I already listened to the book, so I knew what was going on. And I was like, okay, the water one's alright. And then they had the maze. And I was like, okay. And then it comes to Voldemort. The Voldemort is reborn in a tub. And then you're just like, okay, there's that. Oh, he's back. It's kind of sad. Barty Crouch Jr. reveals himself. There's nothing in there. There's no point in that film.
David Tennant, I felt, was so wasted
Yeah,
in
exactly.
this role
And
where he's just licking his face.
There's no point in that film where I watch it and I'm like, oh yes, I'm enjoying this bit. There just isn't.
What about the bit when Mad Eye Moody turned Draco into a ferret?
Yeah. It's just like, okay, I get it. And
I think that
wasn't a part, like, I don't actually enjoy what, I don't think, oh yeah, no, that's really fun. I'm just like, okay, granted, the line, is that a student? Technically it's a ferret. Yeah, okay, that's funny. But other than that, like, there's nothing that I'm like, oh yeah, it's this scene that I'm looking forward to watching. It's like, there's just nothing.
I do like that meme with Draco. It said, people with this haircut have a 100% chance of letting their fathers hear about this.
Jason Isaacs, mate, quality actor. Again, perfect casting for Lucius, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But a thing I do enjoy in terms of Lost in Translation, when Harry obviously was selected for the Triwizard, everyone was like, what the fuck? And then in the book, Dumbledore asked Harry, did you put your name in calmly? And in the movie, like, grabs him against the wall and he's like, did you get one of the older people to do it for you? And then in the video games, I was just like, fucking hell, Harry just stabs Harry. It's like, fucking hell.
Cut you.
Yeah, like, Harry, you motherfucker, did you do it? Tell me or I'll gut you.
By order of the Dumble fucking blind.
Harry, I'll take your eyes.
I mean, you can't see for shit anyway. Just take your glasses off, mate.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was trying to juggle too much. There was even all that bullshit about the prom, or they had a little dance going on.
They had the prom.
Ron trying to date one of the other girls, and then Hermione being like, dating the Victor guy. And
Victor Crumb.
That's him.
Yeah, who's the famous Quidditch player. That was another thing that annoyed me, okay? And like, I get that you have to, you know, like you said, condense films down, right? But in the book, the Quidditch match at the beginning, you know, is such a massive, exciting thing. But then they do it and then just nothing happens. And you're just like, come on, I would like to see a Quidditch match. Some people don't like them, but I kind of like the Quidditch matches.
That Quidditch thing is the equivalent of like a football World Cup, right, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I would love to see what magical hooligans are like.
Yeah, exactly. I'd fucking love to see that. And like,
there's a lot of security in Muggle football games. It would have been nice if that game had a bit of security.
Yeah. Excuse me, mate, what you got in your robe there?
I don't know. Death
Is that fire whiskey? Is that butterbeer?
Death Eaters are able to fucking stroll in and just do their fucking clan shit.
Death Eatery.
They
quite literally look like KKK members.
Yeah, but just wearing black. Ironically.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, some people don't like him, but I kind of find... well... It depends whose side you're on.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people that got the Death Eater brand on them, as a tattoo.
I mean, to be fair, it kind of looks cool.
It looks cooler than people that get the fucking Deathly Hallows fucking...
Oh, yeah, because that's so simple.
It's like a triangle with a circle in it. Yeah, well done, you.
Yeah, that's like getting the Blair Witch symbol tattooed on yourself.
Only a cunt would do that.
Yeah, only a fucking idiot would do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But thing is, I kind of like the Quidditch games. I found them fun. Again, like, so
do you not think it's bullshit? The whole catch the snitch, you win.
But it's not. It's like you catch the snitch, and you get 250 points. But it's like, so say someone like you can score as many points with the quaffle, like, you know, the regular ball as you want. But you catch a snitch, it's like, oh, you might as well just win. It's like big flaw in the game. It's like, I don't know why.
It is like, imagine you're playing snooker and of all the balls, there's a black ball, white ball, all the colours, and then there's a golden ball, and if you pop that one in at any point, you win.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Bullshit.
It's like, oh yeah, but it's hard to see. It's like, so why'd you put the kid with glasses looking for it?
That's a point. What spell did Harry put on his thing to stop those glasses falling off while on a fucking broom? Velma would be a shit at Quidditch. She always loses her glasses.
Oh my god. Like, those brooms though, like, they can't be comfortable to ride.
As a male, I'd imagine they're especially uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like, they can't be comfortable to ride at all, right?
It depends how the magic works, whether or not your weight is actually felt on them as you're flying, or whether or not you seem almost weightless, because therefore there's a lot less of you weighing down.
I assumed it'd be like riding a bike.
But that's the thing, it's magic, something magical flying, so it might make you completely buoyant.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Like when you're underwater. So imagine being on a broom underwater. That'd
be alright. Yeah. But I always thought it'd be like riding a bike. Because you see it, like, doesn't Mad-Eye Moody, he has, like, a seat, like a full-on seat that he rides on his broom. You know, when they're transporting Harry from Privet Drive to the Weasleys?
Well, he's lost an eye. Who knows what else he's lost?
Yeah. But he's, like, in a seat, like, he's leaning back on his broom.
Well, Hagrid's is a fucking motorbike, isn't it?
Yeah, that bike's cool.
Yeah, his
I'd have that bike. I'd rather have that bike any day other than a broom.
Yeah, didn't work out well for Hedwig.
No, it didn't. But you know what, mate? Like,
I will admit
Harry,
this.
take care of your fucking pets, bro.
I wouldn't admit this in the Harry Potter episode. I laughed my ass off when I saw that.
To be fair,
like all that. Obviously, the Death Eaters, they're attacking, and Hedwig defends Harry like. I just couldn't help but laugh out loud. Like, I just pictured someone down below just walking through the street. He's had a really hard day at work and all that. Maybe he's just gotten fired, and out of nowhere a dead owl just smacks him in the head.
Why has he got fired? Like it could just be that he's walking home.
Oh no! I want to make his day worse.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, darling. I'm late. The trains was just.
Yeah,
and there's a dead owl on.
No, it needs to hit him. Like he's been fired. He's on his way home. He knows his wife is gonna yell at him, and a dead owl just smacks him out of the air. I love that.
I mean, to be fair, it was a pretty like sort of crap death. It's like Hedwig, and it's like. Oh,
Did anyone really give a shit?
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't care.
I think Harry stopped using Hedwig for messages after the second film.
Yeah, I didn't care about Hedwig. Like, the thing is, like, I cared about, like one of the powerful things for me, right, was, like, when you saw Lupin and Tonks were dead at the last film. I was like, oh, man, like, that's kind of sad. But with Harry, I was like, well, fuck birds. I don't think he should.
Even Dobby's deaf, and I'm seeing Daniel Radcliffe holding this little fucking claymation puppet in his arms.
Is it even claymation?
No, it was...
No. Like, is it even a real thing? I thought it was just an animated thing that he was, like, holding.
When it was his body, I think they gave him, like, a little doll to hold.
Did they? Yeah.
And he was, we have to bury him. I was just
Not with magic.
Oh, we know you're trying, Daniel. Yeah. We know you're trying.
But then he says, he's like, yeah, but not with magic. And you're like, why not? That's like, you're a fucking wizard, mate. Like, do you know how privileged you are to have magic? I would fucking use that.
Harry Potter.
Although to be Toby Jones voices Dobby.
Good for him.
Yeah. I think
good payday.
I did like Dobby. Do you know what? There's a funny story actually.
Oh, you seem fine with the fucking house elf slavery, so I'm surprised you like that. You equate them with the animals we eat. Rewind to like 20 minutes in, he does.
Well, he's a free elf, so, you know.
I love that bullshit. Like, if you give them clothes, they're free.
Yeah, I mean, what's, like, funny is that Hermione had, it was called, like, the Society for the Protection of Elvish Welfare, and it's spew. That's what it said. Anyway, the thing is, so, with Dobby, right?
Dobby.
Oh, what's that line? It's like, Dobby did not mean to kill, Billy, maim, or seriously injure.
Oh yeah, when he fucked up Bellatrix.
Yeah, that's some funny shit. Anyway, I had a mate at college, right?
Really?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I had. I know, right? I had people that actually, tolerated me.
I might be a figment of your imagination.
He was. Maybe
this might be some Fight Club shit, and I'm Brad Pitt.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the podcast is just me talking to myself and then pausing for a while. But anyway, I had a mate, and he saw the film, right?
Imagine like that. You can throw your voice like in fucking the Psycho. How he becomes his mum's voice and all that, and you're me.
Huh. Damn. That's It could be worse.
The way people have compared us to like the presidential debate, I was talking over each other as a ventriloquist. That would be an amazing feat.
That would be an amazing feat.
If you could take two voices that talk over each other from yourself.
But anyway, I had a mate, right?
Yes.
Saw the film in the cinema.
Which
right? The one where Dobby fucking buys it.
one? Go on.
The first Deathly Hallows, yeah? That's it. Yeah, it is. The first Deathly Hallows.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Right. And he walks out of the thing. There's lines of people queuing to get in.
Oh, no.
And just absent-minded just goes, can't believe Dobby died. And everyone just stares at him like, fuck you, dude.
I won't lie. As a little kid, I did the same thing with Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Did you know?
My brother had taken me to the cinema and walking out, I said, I can't believe Wallace was the were-rabbit.
Did he actually? Oh,
I actually did that. Oh, spoilers. So, but out of all the...
That's good.
yeah.
That's good.
Out of all the deaths, Hedwig, Dobby, George... Was it George or Fred that died?
It was George, I think.
Who cares?
No, which one? One of them got their ear blown off.
Well, who cares? They're twins. Doesn't matter
exactly.
which
They're
one.
basically the same person,
Yeah.
right?
So, who else died? That we give a shit about.
Snape died.
We only cared about him because we found out we got bullied.
Yeah, we only cared about him after the flashback.
Yeah. Before then, he was just a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Then we saw him getting bullied, being the weird kid, and you're like, oh shit, that was me in school.
Kind of weird that Harry's dad was the bully.
Yeah, Harry's dad was a dick, and then you're like, oh, no wonder.
I'm glad Voldemort killed him. I'm on his side now.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck you, dude.
Voldemort is anti-bully. That's why he started the Death Eaters.
Exactly. He was... Voldemort was right all along.
Yeah.
All right, Voldemort did nothing wrong. Who else? So Lupin and Tonks died. Right.
Did Luna die?
No, she didn't die.
Shame.
No. Why? I thought she was...
Oh,
here's a fun anecdote and an interesting one.
Go on.
So my cousin, he actually auditioned to be Harry Potter.
Holy shit.
And he got pretty close. I think he got within like the sort of last 20 people, right? But then he had a girlfriend, years later, who auditioned to be Luna Lovegood as well.
Right.
And she was Irish. But it's just kind of interesting that they sort of both went into the sort of audition to be those like characters. So that's a neat little bit of trivia.
Oh.
Yeah.
See how famous Rob might have almost been with someone else?
No. See how potentially Rob could have known famous people.
God, your cousin would have been the family's fucking fountainhead of... if he'd been in the Harry Potter franchise, every time someone had a water bill they couldn't pay.
Yeah, he's a massive fan of Harry Potter as well. Because we always used to... Because his birthday's in July, same as Harry Potter's. And we always used to go up to Suffolk, and when the Harry Potter films coming out, because they'd always come out in the summer, because summer blockbusters, so we'd always go and see the Harry Potter films. Apparently
Daniel Radcliffe says the reason he got his role was because Maggie Smith really recommended him for it.
Yeah, his parents are big in the industry too, I think.
And apparently Maggie Smith, who played Professor McGonagall, was really like, get this guy in here. It's like, because she'd worked with him before and she said he'd be perfect.
Really? Yeah.
So she really endorsed him for it. Do you think in a few years that Daniel Radcliffe will shit on the Harry Potter roles the same way?
I don't think so.
What's his name? He's been the new Batman. Fucking
Ben Affleck.
No, the new Batman.
Oh,
Edward Cullen. Robert Pattinson now shits on Twilight. Apparently, if you watch the director's commentary with Robert Pattinson, just goes through the whole movie shitting on everything, saying, "Yeah, that was such a stupid line. Look how stupid."
I mean, I feel like
the role that made him a bazillionaire and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't think Daniel Radcliffe would do that. I feel like he's kind of a pretty chill dude, if you watch his interviews and stuff. I
mean, could you imagine going through the rest of your life being called Harry Potter?
I mean, it's kind of inevitable.
I mean, he tried to get away from it with The Woman in Black, and he did that stage show where he got his knob out. And he tried to get away from it and everything.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's kind of inevitable. It's like Maisie Williams will never not be Arya Stark. Right?
Yeah, well, no, I don't know what they're all moving on to do. I know. Jon Snow was in the Call of Duty, but
yeah, he was. I mean, for me, I'm thinking kind of like child actors because this is what Harry Potter's talking about. It's like Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe will never not be Harry Potter. Arya Stark, Maisie Williams. Millie Bobby Brown is always going to be 11 to me as well in Stranger Things. I feel like when you're in something as big as Harry Potter or Game of Thrones, that's what it's going to be, and you should embrace it. I think I feel like you should embrace it, right? Like.
Well, if embracing it is going to just like appearing at conventions the rest of your life and never really moving on.
At least not trying to like deny, or like trying to get, because people say, "Oh, well, I'm trying to get away from it." It's like, no, it made you famous. You might as well like.
I can kind of understand because so this is where my life ends. Like, yeah, I'm rich, but this is the rest of my life now. Yeah. Like,
but not necessarily.
I'm not sure I'd even want to be rich now if Arthur and Angus and everyone called me Arthur wherever I went.
I'd embrace it, but I feel like you shouldn't.
It's like, you've been recognised.
I mean, it's like don't try and like, it's like move on and go on to new stuff. Yeah, for sure. But I think actors that kind of try and sort of denounce what they've done when they were kids, I feel like that's where they kind of go wrong. It's like, mate, just...
I don't think Macaulay Culkin ever... He's actually sort of leaned into and done a lot of appearances on a lot of internet stuff about Home Alone and all that. He's been a really good sport about it after his little, like, crack or whatever he did.
And then you see, like, Shia LaBeouf, who's kind of gone nuts.
A lot of child stars sort of lost their mind.
Yeah, and I will say, like, I do applaud the child stars that haven't gone nuts.
Again, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
Emma Watson went to...
She hasn't gone nuts.
No, she went to work for the UN as a feminist speaker or something like that.
I think so. Rupert Grint bought a ice cream van. Okay, so maybe he might have gone a little nuts, but...
Again, apparently he's done some acting roles in, like, TV dramas.
Yeah, no, he has. He played alongside Ewan Rion, who played Ramsay Bolton. When he played Hitler, he was like his mate.
Maybe I'm being mean here, but the Harry Potter kids were not good actors. Everyone around them, you had Gary Oldman, Maggie Smith, Alan Rickman. You had the best actors in the business around them. So I think it's like the Matrix effect, where Keanu Reeves acts like Wood, and Lawrence Fishburne and everyone else around them is so amazing.
Yeah.
But though maybe they weren't good actors.
I think child actors, well, first of all, quite hit and miss. But also, I think they've also got that issue that Hayden Christensen had in Star Wars. Is that...
Following the director too much.
Is that, like, you can be the greatest actor ever, but some scripts are just bad. And, like, I think, when you're a kid actor and you're given the script, you say this line, you're just going to say the line. If the line's bad, it's going to come out bad.
Oh, yeah, in Star Wars...
And Daniel Radcliffe is not a bad actor.
I believe
he's pretty good, actually. If you watch him in his more of the later stuff, he's good. But I think some of the scripts and the lines in Harry Potter are pretty bad. I mean, there are even ones with Alan Rickman that come off as pretty awful.
I believe in the Star Wars films, Harrison Ford, when he first got the script of Han Solo, actually changed lines. He sat down, he was like, no, and rewrote them and stuff like that. Obviously, because he's an accomplished actor, so he had the confidence to do it.
There's also the famous line in Star Wars where, I love you, I know. Originally, the line was going to be, I love you too, but he was like, Han Solo would never say that.
Yeah.
But I think...
but I mean, also as the films went on, like even when we got to the Half-Blood Prince, very hammy.
Part of it comes from the fact that they had to pump these films out quickly because kids get older, right? So they had to pump these films out quickly. Scripts
how long
were
does
written.
The Harry Potter span?
From
the first one to the final
2001 was
about a decade.
2001 was the first one. But the point is, when you're doing with child actors, you have to. Like with Harry Potter, Harry Potter's like kind of unique, Stranger Things to an extent as well, is that you have to pump out these scripts quickly.
But there are child labour laws. Apparently there are rules about how long they're allowed to film for.
Yeah, there are. So you got to do it quickly. Not all of the scripts will get the proper attention that they need. Also, kids get older. Even in the first season of Stranger Things that you haven't seen, but this isn't a spoiler, is that Gaten Matarazzo, who plays one of the kids, he had to do voiceover for the entire first season because his voice was kind of breaking throughout filming, right? So they had to make it not sound really weird. So I think that's also part of it, is that they were kind of hurrying through the film.
Sorry, you were saying a moment ago about child actors hit and miss.
Yeah.
While I agree a lot of them are missed, I'll never miss a moment to interject how great the child actors were in the It remake.
Yeah. Finn Wolfhard,
they were
he's
all so
in
fucking
Stranger
good.
Things. Yeah, he's in
so good.
Yeah, also, do
do you think having all those actors around them, again, Alan Rickman, Maggie Smith, like fucking Gary Oldman, like the best there really was.
Yeah.
And yet they
that
still
was a wonderful
so
story.
wooden.
Yeah, but
I'm not an owl.
But the thing is, it's like when you're kids and you're just given the script, you get what you kind of are. It's like, I think it's easy for us as in our 20s to talk about how bad child actors are.
I'd say
but say you in front of a big camera crews and everything, and you're given this line that you're supposed to say, you don't really know what to do. I get why it's not great.
I'd say it's not just kids though, because as we've seen from Ben Affleck being Batman, we're like, okay, I no longer blame you for Daredevil.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds, I no longer blame you for Green Lantern.
Or fucking X-Men Origins.
Or The Proposal.
Oh, he did a film
Have
with
you
Mel...
seen The Proposal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also did a film with Mel Gibson where they do a Freaky Friday swapping bodies thing. That was bad.
Mel Gibson. Damn.
I think it was Mel Gibson. If I'm wrong there, let me know.
Gibson?
But he did a film where he swapped bodies with an older friend of his who had a family. It's shit.
But I feel like you can definitely tell that you can definitely tell that some of the scripts in Harry Potter were maybe not quite as good as they could have been, but that's the industry, Sometimes you kind of gotta, play the deck that you're dealt, right?
Okay, as we're getting close towards the end here, I want to quickly ask, who is the character, let's just use Umbridge, you hated most in the entire span of the world?
Who I hated most.
Who's the character you hated the most, and tell me who you liked the most.
Oh, okay, right.
And the whys.
Oh.
Hated first.
Hated first. Okay, cool. Let's start with the hatred. Cool. Character I hated most, I feel kind of... I don't really know. Like, hatred-wise, I hated, but I loved. Am I allowed to say that at the same time?
Only if you can justify it.
Yeah, okay. So Rita Skeeter, played by... who plays Queenie in Blackadder? Fucking...
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah. Rita Skeeter. I hated her character. She was so obnoxious and awful. And but at the same time, she had some wonderful lines. So there was the first interview that she did with Harry in the film. And he's like, oh yeah, let's go in here. And he's like, this is a broom cupboard. And she just goes, well, you feel right at home then. I'm like, okay, first of all, that is hilarious. Second of all, that's such a dick thing to say. And she's such an awful human being. But the way that Miranda Richardson plays her, it's just, you can tell she's having fun. She's so enjoyable to watch, but my God, she makes me hate her. And my favourite character...
Fair enough.
Yeah, and my favourite character... Oh man, it's got to be Hagrid. It's got to be Hagrid.
Your favourite's Hagrid?
I think it is Hagrid, yeah. I think it has to be.
That's awesome. Why is that?
Well, because, through the beginning... he turns up in the first scene of the film, right? And then he goes forward. He's always been Harry's got Dumbledore and stuff like that, but Hagrid's always been an absolute unit, and he's got even at the end, he carries Harry's body, and just throughout all of it, Hagrid is just solid, mate. Hagrid is solid, and I love Robbie Coltrane, who plays him. I think, again, perfect casting. Love watching all the scenes. All the scenes with Hagrid, I love and enjoy watching all the time.
We could have used Fluffy during the final battle. I think we've said that before.
Yeah, we could.
Why the fuck wasn't Fluffy in the final battle?
In the book, in Half-Blood Prince when like they sort of when the Death Eaters invade the school, Fang comes out, which is Hagrid's. I think he's a English Mastiff. He's a big old fucking dog. I love that dog. I really want a dog like. No, he's not an English Mastiff. He's something else. But no, I think Hagrid. I love Hagrid.
I think it's like a bloodhound.
Yeah, and like big old sort of dog. And again that Hagrid, he loves animals. I love animals. Because there was that line in the fight. He's like, I'll take the dog into like the woods. It's like, that's right. He's a bloody coward. Big. No, I love Hagrid. Hagrid's my boy. Hagrid's my boy.
Fair enough.
What are yours?
I'm surprised your favourite wasn't someone. Well, I'm about to name. All right, I'll start with who I hated the most.
Yeah.
You know who I fucking hated the most?
Harry Potter.
I won't lie, he was a miserable fucking wretch of a wizard.
Well, yeah, look where he grew up.
The first film, he doesn't cast a single spell. I really want
to... No, he doesn't, does he?
No, he doesn't. I want to really emphasise that. Making the glass disappear with his eyes doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, that was an accident.
He does not cast a single spell the first movie. He is absolutely a worthless wizard. Just because he's the chosen one means fuck all.
I'm the chosen one.
But I don't hate him. He's just like a victim of fate. It's not his fault that everyone strokes his dick.
Yeah. It's like he doesn't have any impact, so there's no reason to.
If anything, I'm surprised it didn't end up with like the ego of Malfoy, because you think someone that young getting all that "you're so special" attention from fucking everyone would eventually make him an insufferable asshole.
Because there was that thing, isn't it, in the first one that when he like touches Quirrell's face, then he melts because he's got Voldemort.
That's because of his mother, and that's
yeah. So it's like, and in the first film, he extends his hand to shake, which Quirrell doesn't do. What happens if he just like accidentally brushed against his hand or something, and then he just fucking die? Like
Harry bumps into him in the hallway.
Yeah. Oh no! Sorry. That was fucking easy, wasn't it?
Oh shit! Look at that.
All right. So yeah, who is it that you don't like, or who you really hate?
I hate Luna Lovegood.
Oh really?
You know why?
Why?
Because as a weird person, I fucking can't stand how she behaves. Because she comes across to me as someone that's weird for the sake of being weird. And as a belligerent weirdo, that is so fucking obnoxious to watch. She has her weird glasses. Oh, don't eat a donut, they're full of squiggle niffs. And to me, that is so fucking insufferable, because it really reminds me of, like, for example, like a cheerleader high school girl in America at Halloween dresses up as a goth girl and is just like, oh, I'm so dark. I'm so dark.
I think part of Luna's thing is, though, is that she's actually, like, right, though.
Oh, yes.
It's the thing, it's like everyone thinks she's weird, but she's actually, like, right.
Yeah, she could be right, but she's fucking insufferably annoying to me. And again, how weird she is and all that comes off as especially a bit annoying, because I think I myself is a little bit weird, but I don't rub it in people's fucking faces as an annoying asshole.
I find, yeah.
I just badger people's ears off with annoying facts.
So you don't like Luna Lovegood? I think she's kind of cool.
Oh, don't get me wrong, she is...
Like she's quite ballsy as well. Like, I remember there's, in the films and in the books that she's, I think is she? I can't remember what house she's in, but she, like, wears this massive, like, lion's head in support of, like, Gryffindor and shit during a Quidditch match.
Again, it's just like, look at me! I'm so weird!
And then in the last one, it's that, so her father publishes, her magazine, like, they publish a magazine called The Quibbler, and it's the only, like, magazine in the wizarding world that's actually publishing the truth about Voldemort and stuff.
Yeah.
So she's kind of cool.
I just, as a character, I find her really insufferable.
Yeah.
My favourite character is Bellatrix.
Yeah.
Bitch be styling.
She's cool.
I don't care. She can murder all the nurseries in the world. Yeah. I would.
And again, looking at Helena Bonham Carter playing that role, you can tell she's having fun.
Yes.
And I think she's... Bellatrix was close for me, but I feel like Hagrid,
Bellatrix has inspired a legacy of cosplay.
I don't know how. and she definitely plays like she's unhinged, and she's crazy, and it's very.
She's sort of like a wizard Joker.
Yeah, she's
or a wizard Harley Quinn. Like she is just someone that is in love with chaos and evil.
Yeah, that's true.
I just love her to pieces.
Yeah, I think she's great, and I think
Bellatrix is my Patronus. That's what I'm going to finish on.
The bottom card.
Bellatrix is my Patronus.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Well, I think we've covered a fair amount.
We will have more sequels to this episode. If you guys want us to chat a little bit more about Harry Potter, we could probably wax on about houses, fan theories about Harry Potter and all that to loads of extent.
Yeah.
Comment down below your favourite houses, opinions on any nonsense we've said. If you disagree with us at all, I imagine I would get a lot of flack about my Luna Lovegood one. But let us know down below what your favourite Harry Potter schlick.
Oh, yeah. And, I think we're definitely going to do a part 2.
Definitely.
Yeah, it has to be done, really.
Absolutely. Let us know down below if you want to hear a part 2.
Yeah, even if you don't, we're going to
let us know anyway.
Yeah. We're going to do it anyway. But
do the podcast, that is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not if you don't, we're not saying if you don't comment, we're going to have sex.
But not saying that if you don't comment, we're not going to do that. I mean, you're not married yet.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Yeah, exactly.
Right then, everyone. In the meantime,
you've been listening to Laughing on a Prayer. I've been Rob McNabb, and the guy who's also been talking, believe it or not, might or might not be part of my imagination, has been...
Laughing on a Prayer.